Hey y'all, welcome back to the Laidback Homestead. I'm Crystal, and today is harvest day. Now, we have a bunch of things that need to get harvested. We were a little delayed with Thanksgiving, and if you've been seeing in my other videos, I had clavicle surgery 3 weeks ago. I am out of my sling, so yay, but I still can't really lift anything heavy. So my husband and I are going to tackle this and get our last week of November harvest done. Now, we did already have to harvest some things before they bolted. So I have a large head of broccoli that we already got. I did have to pull up some peanuts, and we did harvest our sugar cane. But other than that, everything else has just been waiting patiently for us to be ready. So the first thing we're gonna grab is our watermelons. I wish they would have gotten a little bit bigger, but unfortunately the weather has turned cold. Their tendrils are dried. They're not getting enough sunlight anymore at this point, so it's just time we grab that. Yeah, it's just time. I mean, this guy is he's handling the cold better than any of my other pepper plants, for sure. This is the Thai pepper. I mean, he's just kind of exploded in this bed. And then I'm gonna leave this basil for the bees, because we still have bees active right now. But I do want to cut back all this sweet basil down to the ground so I can dry it.
Smells good.
Want to give this parsley a haircut so I can dry parsley, and also so that now that it's got more light, since we took out that pepper, it'll keep growing, hopefully. I swear, you take 2 days off in the garden and you end up with this. Everything looks so nice in this bed. And now this. Ooh, he's got to go. Apple blossom snapdragons are loving the cooler weather. And now we've got a bunch of peppers we need to get off of here, and one semi-ripe garden paste tomato. Hopefully the other ones get enough light to keep growing, but we'll see. These peppers are massive. Now here I just have one lonely jalapeno. Celery's not quite ready yet. That's our goldenrod celery. The tomato finally looks like it wants to do something, but I fear it's gonna get too cold before it actually does. Can you spot my friend in there? Can you see him? He scared me. It's like a jump scare. I was not expecting that. Okay. Well, now I don't know if I want to harvest it or not. I mean, he seems to be hanging out in here. Trying to decide what I want to do with all these poblanos. I think we're going to harvest them all. The big ones, maybe I'll find a way to stuff with something. And then the little ones I'm going to throw into like a poblano corn soup. Cutting it back. Ah, well, maybe this guy will have a chance to grow. That's the idea, at least. He was getting shaded out. Lots of peppers on there.
Mm-hmm.
See what we can use off of that. And then I can replant in here.
This one made a triple off of one stem.
Sure enough. Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
That's great. So I have a triplet cabbage to go along with my twin broccoli in the hydroponic system. Mm-hmm. Awesome. This has been the year for weird genetics. So I know in one of my garden tour videos, I mentioned I was worried that none of my tomatoes would make it because of that freeze and the frost damage we had. But there must be enough greenery left holding on, because these tomatoes are sizing up. They are bigger than when I filmed the garden tour. So that's a positive sign. I mean, will they make it all the way to ripening? I don't know. There is some good growth on the plant that does not have frost damage, and we don't have a frost in the 14-day forecast yet, but we also, our days are shorter and we're not getting as much light, so I don't know how these will turn out. One bell pepper and say goodbye. He's starting to look a little sickly anyway. Now the sweet moruga plant, it handled the freeze quite well. And don't let the name fool you. Sweet moruga are very spicy. Delicious. Delicious fruity notes, but spicy. So use sparingly. Yeah, so let's take this basil to the dehydrator. And this basil will leave because, like I mentioned earlier, we've got bees that are still working, and I don't like leaving them with nothing. And take this pepper too, because oh, we do have a bell pepper on it. Thought he wasn't doing much, but oh well. I could use the space. Now these brassicas are doing good. They don't seem to have the worm pressure like my other beds did. So that's nice. This bed I'm pretty sure had wilt, and that bed definitely had wilt. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this space next year. Haven't quite determine that. So this is our twin broccoli plant. I am waiting to see if this forms a second head. It certainly looks like it's going to. We already harvested the main head here, but you can see our little offshoots are trying to open, so we're going to grab those too. And the only reason I haven't yanked this out and replanted my hydroponic system is because I really want to see what this does. This would be the first time ever that I've grown a twin broccoli, if it works out that way. But you know what I'm seeing? I am seeing a whole lot of caterpillar poop. Those black specks are caterpillar poop.
Yeah, well, this whole leaf section here is full of them.
Yeah, we need to get the worms off. There's one right there. So definitely got worm pressure right now. I got warm for a little while, and then all the moths and everything came back out. Now it's gonna get cold again, so hopefully that'll be the last time we really gotta come out and do that until spring. Now the rest that we've planted out recently, you can see have just taken off. Even this guy, if you remember when we planted out in the last video, he was tiny. He was like my long shot. I didn't think it was going to do much, but everything else, I mean, that was what, a week ago? And everything has just tripled in size. And the hydroponic tomatoes are just insane. I mean, I've got fruit clusters everywhere you look. So this was a neat little experiment we tried this year, and it's definitely paying off. And there's just a ton in here. The only thing is I don't get a lot of daylight hours right now, so I don't know how long it's going to take them to ripen, but I mean tons and tons of flowers. Absolutely crazy. Here I have been able to determine this first guy on the left is indeed a cauliflower. Doing a quick worm check over here because you never know. So here is our haul for the last week of November. We do still have things growing that I wasn't expecting. I've got eggplant. I don't know if they'll make it, but we'll see. I did pull all the cabbages. We'll see what's usable out of that. Whole bunch of different basils and parsley from my dehydrator. I still have the large head of broccoli in my house, so those will go with that. And then all kinds of peppers in here. These are huge. A tomato down there. Our watermelons. Well, not too bad for the last week of November harvest. The garden is definitely in transition, as it should be. and I have a ton of seeds I need to start. So that will be coming out. All of my favorite things to start in December. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're into gardening and homesteading content, I encourage you to subscribe. And until next time, stay blessed.